Welcome all to my YouTube channel Shweta Gupta Chemistry Classes. As in class 11 we are doing the second chapter structure of atom, and in that we have covered the topic electromagnetic wave theory. So today we are going to study about the limitations of electromagnetic wave theory. So children, electromagnetic wave theory, as you all know, shows wave character, and this theory could not explain these 4 points. It could not explain the phenomena of black body radiation. It could not explain the photoelectric effect. It could not explain the variation of heat capacity of solids as a function of temperature. उसने ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन के बारे में कुछ भी एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाया, फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट के बारे में कुछ एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाया, जो हीट कैपेसिटी थी सॉलिड्स की वो क्यों चेंज हो जाती है टेम्परेचर चेंज होने के बाद। हीट कैपेसिटी ऑफ सॉलिड क्यों चेंज होती है विद द चेंज इन टेम्परेचर, इसको भी एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाया था। हाइड्रोजन जो है, अगर हम उसके थ्रू, हाइड्रोजन गैस के थ्रू इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास करते हैं तो हाइड्रोजन गैस जो है वो स्पेक्ट्रा शो करती है, लाइंस दिखाई देती हैं उसमें अलग अलग कलर्स की। तो जो लाइन स्पेक्ट्रा हाइड्रोजन एटम शो कर रहा था उसको भी इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थियोरी एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाई। सो 4 points आर देयर विच इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थियोरी कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन। फर्स्ट वन, ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन. सेकेंड वन, फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट. थर्ड वन, variation of heat capacity as a function of temperature. And fourth one, line spectra of hydrogen atom. Now all these phenomena are not explained by this electromagnetic theory because we considered electromagnetic radiations to possess wave nature, but it is not 100% true. Though it has wave character, but some other character is also possessed by electromagnetic radiations. So these 4 phenomena could be explained by this electromagnetic wave theory if we consider electromagnetic waves to possess particle nature. अगर हम इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स को ये सोच कर चलते हैं कि वो पार्टिकल नेचर पजेस करती है तो ही हम इन चारों फेनोमेनास को एक्सप्लेन कर पाते हैं, अदरवाइज़ हम इन चारों फेनोमेनास को एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाते। नाउ फर्स्टली विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज़ ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन, द फर्स्ट फेनोमेना विच दिस कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन. So before going to black body radiation, firstly we'll try to understand what a black body is. So a black body is the one, like if you take an iron bar. अगर आप iron bar लेते हैं, so this iron bar is having a high melting point. ये easily melt नहीं होता, इसका जो melting point होता है बहुत high होता है. If you heat it, then it will absorb heat energy properly. And if you touch it or you bring your hand near the heated iron bar तो आपको गर्मी लगेगी हाथ में. So it means energy is radiated also. तो ये एनर्जी को emit भी करेगा और एनर्जी को अच्छे से absorb भी करेगा. तो वो सब्सटेंस जिसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट बहुत हाई होता है, जो परफेक्ट अब्जॉर्बर होता है एनर्जी का और परफेक्ट एमिटर भी होता है एनर्जी का, जो एनर्जी को अच्छे से अब्जॉर्ब भी करे और एनर्जी को अच्छे से एमिट भी करे, तो उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं ब्लैक बॉडी. अब क्या होता है, वेन एवर यू हीट एन आयरन बार विच इज़ अ ब्लैक बॉडी, तो जब आप इसे हीट करेंगे देन इट शोज़ फर्स्ट रेड कलर. हीट करने पे इट विल फर्स्ट बिकम रेड इन कलर. इफ़ यू कंटिन्यू हीटिंग देन इट विल बिकम येलो इन कलर. After that, if you further continue it heating, it will become white in color, and on further heating it will become blue in color. So on heating this black body, the color changes. It means it is absorbing energy continuously. So if now this is exactly what a black body is, which is a perfect absorber and emitter of energy and is having high melting point. So that is a black body. Now what happens on heating this black body? Radiations are emitted. Where firstly you will see red, yellow, white and blue color. Then finally blue color. So radiations are emitted. So the radiations which are emitted by this black body is known as black body radiation. जो रेडिएशन ये ब्लैक बॉडी एमिट कर रही है, कुछ रेडिएशन ये एमिट कर रही है जिसकी वजह से अलग अलग कलर आ रहे हैं, तो दैट रेडिएशंस आर नोन एज ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशंस. नाउ चिल्ड्रन विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट दिस ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन अकॉर्डिंग टू द इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थियोरी. पहले हम इसे इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थियोरी के अकॉर्डिंग समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. तो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थियोरी ने क्या कहा था कि जो एनर्जी होती है वो एमिट और अब्जॉर्ब होती है कंटिन्यूसली. एनर्जी इज एमिटेड और अब्जॉर्ब्ड कंटिन्यूसली. ओके, एंड एनर्जी ऑफ एनी इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव रेडिएशन इज directly proportional to the intensity. Suppose you heat this iron bar. So on heating this iron bar, energy is absorbed. It absorbs energy and energy is emitted continuously. It is a continuous process. Continuously it is occurring. So with this you can say that energy of any electromagnetic radiation is directly proportional to the intensity. एनर्जी जो होती है किसी भी इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन की, इट इज़ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द रेडिएशन. नाउ समथिंग, इफ यू कंसिडर एनर्जी directly proportional to the intensity, then children, you will not observe any change in the color of the black body on being heated. अगर आप एनर्जी को डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल मानते हो इंटेंसिटी के, और अगर आप टेम्परेचर बढ़ाते हो, तो इस रिलेशन के बेसिस पे जो कलर होता है वो चेंज नहीं होता. कलर इज सेम. So but we are observing something other. So here energy is coming directly proportional to the intensity according to electromagnetic wave theory. But if it is directly proportional to intensity, then with the change in temperature there is a change in the intensity, but there is no change in the color. So he also said, the one who has given the electromagnetic wave theory, that this radiation is independent of the frequency and wavelength. जो रेडिएशन एमिट हो रही है वो इंडिपेंडेंट है फ्रीक्वेंसी और वेवलेंथ की, यानी कि फ्रीक्वेंसी और वेवलेंथ का एनर्जी के ऊपर कोई भी असर नहीं होता है. बट हियर चिल्ड्रन, what observation we got, according to that there are different colors, and on heating a black body, earlier it is red in color, so the frequency is very low. Frequency lie in the low region. On further heating, frequency increases, and finally the frequency is maximum in the blue region. It means energy is related to frequency. Energy is related to frequency, which was just opposite as given by the electromagnetic wave theory. उसके अकॉर्डिंग तो एनर्जी के ऊपर फ्रीक्वेंसी और वेवलेंथ का कोई असर ही नहीं होता था, पर अगर हम किसी भी ब्लैक बॉडी को हीट करते हैं तो जो फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ रेडिएशन है वो इंक्रीजेस कॉन्टीन्यूसली. देयरफॉर फर्स्ट रेड कलर अपीयर्ड एंड फाइनली इट इज़ blue in color, which shows there is an increase in the frequency. So if we take this graph, if we plot a graph of intensity against the wavelength against the intensity, okay, and that too at two different temperatures, that is at temperature T1, which is lower then temperature T2. So we are studying the variation of intensity with the wavelength. So at a given temperature T1, firstly we'll take, the intensity of the radiation increases with a decrease in wavelength. इंटेंसिटी किसी भी रेडिएशन की इंक्रीज होती है जैसे जैसे वेवलेंथ डिक्रीज होती है. सो इंटेंसिटी ऑफ एनी रेडिएशन इंक्रीजेज with a decrease in the wavelength, and the intensity reaches to a maximum point at a particular temperature, and after reaching this maximum point at a fixed temperature, then the intensity starts decreasing with a further decrease in the wavelength. In the same way, again intensity increases with a decrease in the wavelength on further increasing the temperature, that is T2. ये ग्राफ आपको जो कर्व है ये और हाई गया है, that is intensity is increasing with the decrease in the wavelength and on increase of the temperature. Same way, intensity reaches to a maximum point at a fixed temperature, and after that it start decreasing with the decrease in the wavelength. So this is what we get after seeing to this graph. So this is how the things or the points which were given by electromagnetic wave theory clashed with the observations, and the exact thing is that energy is directly proportional to the frequency. That is, with the increase in the frequency, energy also increases. That is, this you can see with the change in color of the black body on heating the black body. Now children, the next one, the phenomena which it could not explain, is the photoelectric effect. Today we are just going to understand what is photoelectric effect and what is black body radiation. The terms only we are doing today. Tomorrow we will be doing the explanation of these terms. So photoelectric effect. So when radiation, अभी क्या होता है, this is a metal. What happen when a radiation with frequency, here a incident light is being incident on the surface of a metal. जब ये incident light will strike the surface of the metal, then the radiation which have struck the metal should have a minimum frequency. This radiation which struck the metal surface, if it has a minimum frequency nu naught, then what happens? Electrons are ejected from the metal surface. Electrons will be ejected from the metal surface. So this phenomena, when electrons are emitted from the metal surface, when a radiation of minimum frequency nu naught strike the metal surface, is known as photoelectric effect, and the electrons which are emitted are known as photoelectron. जो इलेक्ट्रॉन एमिट हुआ है उसको हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, यू आर गिवन अ मेटल, आपको एक मेटल दिया, उसके ऊपर एक इंसिडेंट लाइट को स्ट्राइक किया, रेडिएशन को. अब इस रेडिएशन की एक मिनिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी होनी चाहिए न्यू नॉट. अगर फ्रीक्वेंसी उससे कम हुई न्यू नॉट से, तो ये जो मेटल है ये इलेक्ट्रॉन को इजेक्ट नहीं करता. तो अब मेटल इलेक्ट्रॉन को कब इजेक्ट करेगा? अपने सरफेस से. ये मेटल है, ये उसका सरफेस है. एक रेडिएशन जिसकी मिनिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी न्यू नॉट थी, उसने इसके मेटल सरफेस को स्ट्राइक करा और उसके बाद इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्ट हुआ. तो ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्ट हुआ इसको बोलते हैं फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन. और ये जो फेनोमेना है ऑफ इजेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द surface of metal is known as photoelectric effect. This effect is known as photoelectric effect. So I just hope this one is clear to you all children. Now next one is now an apparatus is used for studying the photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect को study करने के लिए एक apparatus use करा गया. This is the apparatus which is being used to study the photoelectric effect. Now this apparatus consists of an evacuated tube. ये एक evacuated tube है. Evacuated tube which is fitted with a metal surface. This evacuated tube is fitted with a metal surface. Here it is a metal surface. As you can see, this one is a metal surface. So what now this metal surface, to be exposed as cathode, you take this metal surface as cathode and a suitable detector. Here this is a detector. This detector you will take as an anode. Here this curve is the detector. You take this detector as anode, showing having positive charge, and this metal as cathode, having the negative charge. Now these two electrodes are connected in a circuit to a external circuit. Now what happened when a light of sufficient energy, this light having sufficient energy, strike the surface of this metal. Light having sufficient energy strike the surface of the metal. Then electrons are ejected. Here you can see electrons are ejected from the metal surface. Now these electrons which are ejected from the metal surface start moving towards the detector. Now by observing the amount of energy flowing, amount of current flowing, the kinetic energy of the electron can be detected. अब जितना amount of current flow कर रहा है, this you can detect with the help of this ammeter. You can find out the kinetic energy of the electron, कि जो electrons eject हुए हैं उनकी kinetic energy कितनी थी. ये आप लोग पता कर सकते हैं. किससे पता कर सकते हैं? जो करंट डिटेक्ट हुआ है कि कितना अमाउंट ऑफ करंट डिटेक्ट हुआ है, उसकी हेल्प से यू कैन फाइंड आउट द काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इजेक्टेड फ्रॉम द सरफेस ऑफ मेटल आफ्टर स्ट्राइकिंग लाइट ऑफ good energy, light of enough energy. So this is the apparatus which was used to study the photoelectric effect. Now children, there are certain conditions when this photoelectric effect is being observed, otherwise you will not be able to see this effect. So the conditions are, the important facts that are observed about the photoelectric effect are: first, the electrons are ejected. ये electrons तभी eject होंगे if the radiation striking the surface of metal has the frequency greater than threshold frequency. Now children, this term is coming again and again. Threshold frequency. It is a minimum frequency that a radiation should possess to strike the metal surface for the ejection of electron. ये वो minimum amount of frequency है जो किसी भी radiation को possess करनी होती है कि वो जाके metal के surface को strike करने के बाद electrons को eject कर सके. अगर minimum frequency से कम frequency होगी तो electrons metal surface से eject नहीं होंगे. तो अगर frequency इस threshold frequency से ज़्यादा है, अगर frequency इस minimum frequency threshold frequency से ज़्यादा है, then only the electrons are ejected from the surface of metal. And if the frequency is less than threshold frequency, frequency is of the radiation that is striking the surface of metal. If the frequency is less than the threshold frequency, then in that case नो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर इजेक्टेड, उस केस में इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्ट नहीं होंगे. Now, this frequency is, as I've already told you, is known as a threshold frequency. Now, the minimum energy above which the electron is ejected is called work function. अब जो minimum energy है, minimum energy is equals to h nu, you all know. So when it is minimum energy, it will be having the minimum frequency for the ejection of electron. So it will become equals to h nu naught. So the minimum energy above which electron is ejected, जो मिनिमम एनर्जी थी जिसके ऊपर, जिससे ज़्यादा ही होने पर, जिससे ज़्यादा एनर्जी होने पर ही इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्ट होते हैं, जो मिनिमम एनर्जी इस रेडिएशन के पास होनी चाहिए थी ताकि वो इस मेटल सरफेस से इलेक्ट्रॉन को इजेक्ट कर सके, दैट मिनिमम एनर्जी is known as the work function. The minimum energy, that is h nu naught, above which electron is ejected, वो minimum energy जिससे ज़्यादा एनर्जी होने पर ही इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्ट होगा, उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, वर्क फंक्शन, दैट इज W naught. Now, the velocity and hence the kinetic energy of the electron ejected depends upon the frequency of incident radiation and is independent of the intensity of the incident radiation. Now, as I have told you, with the help of the current flowing in this apparatus, we got to know the energy of the electrons. We got to know about the kinetic energy of the electron with the help of knowing the amount of current which is flowing in the apparatus. So children, based on that, the speed with which the electrons are moving, we got to know or will be able to know. So the velocity of the electrons ejected, जिस स्पीड से, जिस वेलोसिटी से इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्ट करेगा मेटल सरफेस, कब, जब इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन उसके ऊपर स्ट्राइक कर जाएगी तो जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अब इजेक्ट करे हैं मेटल सरफेस में, उनकी वेलोसिटी जो होगी, जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी उन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की होगी, इट विल डिपेंड अपॉन द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन. हायर द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन, हायर विल बी द वेलोसिटी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इजेक्टेड. जितनी ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी होगी उस इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन की, उतनी ही ज़्यादा वेलोसिटी के साथ जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होंगे वो इजेक्ट होते हैं मेटल सरफेस से, और उनके इजेक्शन का उनकी वेलोसिटी का, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जिस स्पीड से मूव करते हैं, या फिर जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी होती है इलेक्ट्रॉन की, वो इंडिपेंडेंट होती है ऑफ इंटेंसिटी ऑफ इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन. उसका इंटेंसिटी का वेलोसिटी या फिर काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन इजेक्टेड के ऊपर कोई भी असर नहीं होता. इट इज़ इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द intensity of the incident radiation. The velocity of the electron ejected depends upon the frequency of incident radiation and is independent of the intensity of the incident radiation. So children, today we have simply studied what is photoelectric effect and what is black body radiation. What are the limitations? Tomorrow we will be further continuing this topic. That is, tomorrow I'll be explaining you the black body radiation and photoelectric effect. What is the exact reason behind them? So before that we'll complete one topic, because after understanding this topic only you will be able to understand the explanation of these two, that is black body radiation and of photoelectric effect. So Planck's quantum theory. This theory was given by Planck, and this theory said that electromagnetic radiation will have particle nature. जो electromagnetic radiation होता है उसमें वो शो करता है particle nature. This was said by Planck's quantum theory. So Planck gave the explanation of this black body radiation and photoelectric effect, and he only put forward the Planck's quantum theory, which explained about the particle nature of electromagnetic radiation, that electromagnetic radiation also possesses particle nature and not only the wave nature. So it will be having both the particle and wave nature. So he gave that they have particle nature. Now what happened exactly? We have heated a bar, okay, or we have struck the surface of metal with a incident light having a minimum frequency nu naught. So this was a black body radiation, and this was the photoelectric effect. This I have already explained you. This is a shortcut I'm telling. So these two. Now the radiant energy is emitted or absorbed. What Planck said is that the radiant energy, जो radiant energy होती है, it is emitted or absorbed not continuously but discontinuously in the form of small discrete packets of energy. Earlier, what was given by this electromagnetic wave theory? Energy is emitted or absorbed continuously. It was given by electromagnetic wave theory. But Planck's quantum theory told that the energy is emitted or absorbed not continuously but discontinuously in small packets of energy. Energy emit या absorb continuously नहीं होती है, वो discontinuously absorb होती है in small packets of energy. Children, as you all know, the way we consume food, we do not consume the whole day food at one time. We consume our food at 3 times: during the morning, during the day, and during the night. These are the 3 meals of the day. In the same way, a substance absorb energy or emit energy discontinuously. लगातार हम लोग खाना नहीं खाते रहते हैं, एक बारी में हम सारा खाना खा के ख़त्म नहीं कर देते हैं. हम 3 टाइम्स अपनी मील को डिवाइड करते हैं और खाना खाते हैं. उसी तरह जो सब्सटेंस होता है वो भी एनर्जी को लगातार एमिट और अब्जॉर्ब नहीं करता, वो थोड़ा थोड़ा करके एनर्जी को अब्जॉर्ब करता है या एनर्जी को एमिट करता है. और इन छोटे छोटे पैकेट्स ऑफ एनर्जी को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? क्वांटम. और अगर हम लोग लाइट के केस में इसको स्टडी करते हैं, लाइट, व्हेन लाइट strikes a metal surface, then these small packets of energy are known as photons. So energy is emitted not continuously but discontinuously in the form of small discrete packets of energy. छोटे छोटे discrete packet of energy के फॉर्म में वो absorb भी करता है और छोटे छोटे small packets के फॉर्म में energy को emit भी करता है. Such packet of energy are known as quantum, and when you consider or name these packet of energy in case of like light, then you name these packets of energy as photons. He told that energy is directly proportional to the frequency of radiation. So on removing this proportionality sign, we got E is equals to h nu, where h is the Planck's constant. Okay, so E is equals to h nu. Very important relation, children. Based on this, numericals come in your exam. So E is directly, energy of the radiation is directly proportional to the frequency, and on removing this proportionality sign, we got E is equals to h nu. H is Planck's constant, nu is the frequency. H is constant, Planck's constant, and it has a fixed value of 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. This is the value of Planck's constant, 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. This value you should know, children. You should learn it. Next, the amount of energy emitted or absorbed by a body will be some whole number quanta. Now, the energy that is emitted or that is absorbed by a substance will be some whole number quanta. It will be in the form of whole number quanta. Okay, सो जो एनर्जी एमिट हुई है, अब्जॉर्ब हुई है, वो किस फॉर्म में रहेगी? होल नंबर क्वांटा के फॉर्म में, वेयर E is equals to NH nu and N is any integer. We have already done E is equals to H nu. Here, if it is the energy is in the form of whole number quanta, then we will put an integer n before H. So it will be E is equals to NHW, where n is any integer, that is 1, 2, 3 it can be. Okay children, so that's all for today. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about the tomorrow we'll be doing the explanation of black body radiation and photoelectric effect. Thank you and have a nice day.